Welcome to Mexico Disc Golf World. This is the MX Disc Golf Championship final round front nine coverage brought to you guys by Dynamic Discs. My name, Luke Humphries. With me today, Mr. Kevin Jones, dancing to this fantastic Mexican music.
This is great, Luke. It's good to be here. Final round coverage.
You've got the lead by 3, Kev.
Yeah, we do. It's every hole out here you're trying to birdie, so it's just one birdie at a time, basically.
You set the course record yesterday with Paul, tied it at 14 under. You guys were absolutely slaying. One of the best rounds that I've ever seen. 2 of them, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, playing pretty good out here. It could have been better. It always feels like that because every hole's birdieable, but here we are at hole 1. It's a par 4 at 696 feet. You have OB on the left side here. That's your main worry, is staying away from that because OB is rare out here at Tangamanga course, so you want to stay away from it.
It usually doesn't come into play, but the roller is the optimal play. So
roller's going to get you the furthest.
Muchas gracias a todos ustedes y felicidades por llegar al mejor grupo. En primer lugar, con un total de menos 22, tenemos a Kevin Jones.
That's Mr. MX Disc Golf himself, Raul Barcelo, our tournament director. One of the reasons we're all here together. Pretty cool. Also pretty cool having a song on Spotify and being able to tee off while in the lead of a tournament. It's pretty rare for people.
Definitely. I felt like I took a little bit longer on this throw right here to let it go on for a sec. I like it. Not super hard, but enough to turn it over, which is the most important thing.
Yeah. Didn't bring the OB left into play. Made sure you got out there.
En segundo lugar, con un total de menos 19, tenemos a Paul Oman.
This guy's been playing super smooth golf all week. Yesterday he birdied the first 6 holes, took the 7th off, aced the 8th to get back to all birdies. Pretty incredible.
That was crazy.
And this is a great angle right here.
It's aggressive.
Getting it to go left and going around that group of trees, making this upshot super simple.
En tercer lugar, con un total de menos 15, tenemos a Dustin Keegan.
Dustin also been playing a bunch of good golf here. Set the course record at 9 under first round. It was shattered by you two second round, but he's been playing good, putting great. Going with this first run, Proto Destroyer.
Para finalizar nuestro lead card, con un total de menos 11, tenemos a Fredy Meza.
And jumping him onto lead card, Mr. Fredy Meza from the Houston area, sponsored by Mint. Really smooth player, Kev.
No doubt.
He's going to be in our skins match this week as well, so if you're into those, you'll get to see his personality a little bit and some amazing throws as well. Great shot by him, hitting the field goal, moving his disc left, which opens up his angle into the green. First plays Dustin. This is really aggressive too, Kev.
It is. It's too aggressive, unfortunately. He's going to find the out of bounds, and that's not what he needed right there.
Good looking shot from Fredy. Gets the ground play, maybe too much ground play. Circles edge long. Well, I guess 22 feet.
Yeah, pretty great shot from Fredy. Gets around when he needs to.
Is this the M2 from you?
It is. I was trying to punch it straight at that double tree up there, but I let it leak just a little bit and caught the tree there.
Paul, believe that's a Toro from him.
Great upshot from Paul. Great start. Looking good.
Nice shot from Dustin. He's going to do that all day. From that range, with that disc, his forehand is extremely accurate. Now you from circle 2. Kind of low ceiling. Tried to punch it.
Not quite. I had enough room to give it some height there, but it was tough to judge, and I left it a little short. We have a little bit of wind here today coming in from random angles. In this case, it was a right to left wind, about 10, 15 miles an hour.
And that's Paul to get 1 stroke closer to you. He is now only 2 back.
Just right here behind that, bro.
Dustin, unfortunate bogey after that, really the tee shot. He'd been striping it so well. Hole 2, par 3, 264. Plays more like 300 because you've got to swing the forehand out wide, basically over that stump. We didn't get any ground play on this hole last year, but this year it's just it's perfect for it.
Yes, the grass is cut really low, so we're playing the skip here.
Paul a little wider than yesterday.
Just a touch wide for the park job, but not a bad result. We've got a left to right wind here, so you have to be a little bit more careful about your angle, because if you leak it, you could go too far right maybe.
Wow, you're just zipping that stable disc.
Oh my lord.
Man, it just jumped too high.
Yeah, it just ended up hitting that tree. It had a good flare to it, but I'm not trying to aim for that tree necessarily.
No. No.
Wow. Fredy nearly redirecting into the basket. That was inside. He didn't mean to throw it that inside, I almost guarantee you, but gets away with it, and that's a park job. Dustin doesn't love it out of the hand.
He didn't. He just didn't get all of it like he was needing.
Dude, this disc rolled back like 30 feet.
Yeah, Kev.
Oh my gosh, Kevin. You're going to be hard to beat if you're doing it like this, man.
I missed the first hole, and I knew I wanted to give this one a great bid.
Oh my gosh. Just enough. Fantastic putt, man. Great slow-mo, too. Dustin, back it up. Now Paul to match. Hate to give back that stroke that you just earned on hole 1, getting 1 closer, but that's kind of what a 60-footer does to people sometimes.
It can sometimes. He had a little wind here. It was right to left for his perspective. Just left it a little bit high. That wind kept it up there.
Yeah, he goes from maybe picking one up to needing to make one just to tie, you know.
Right.
Par 4, hole 3, we've got a low ceiling tunnel gap that you want to move right to left at the end of. You're opting for a forehand roller. Few ways to do it, but it's a short par 4, Kev.
Yeah, it's a flat distance driver if you're comfortable with all throw styles. That's definitely your best option. But for me, I'm not as comfortable with that, so I opt for a roller, just trying to like get it out there. This is an X1, so it's extremely overstable.
Thank you.
Wow.
And it works out great. It kind of leaks into that left side there, but there's a big window on the left side. It's a side arm in.
This one, a little straight. He may have pinched his angle off. We'll have to see. You're the one
Not
with
too
the-
bad.
Okay. Optimal is getting that disc to move right to left, and Paul just a bit inside, clips a branch, moves it even further left, hits a tree, drops down. So he'll be left scrambling. This is a DD1 from Dustin.
Come on. Yeah. Nice shot, man.
Squeaky inside. That's the center of the fairway right there.
Perfect shot from Dustin. That's kind of his bread and butter. Every time he has this kind of shot, he seems to nail it. It's great to see.
Yeah, he's a good flat thrower.
Paul had a tough angle right here. It's not really any clear line to the basket. He leaks it inside, and it's going to hit a tree.
So Freddie's got that backdoor skip shot in, does it well.
Yeah, he had a good angle from there. As long as you hit the initial gap and you get somewhere up there, you're going to have an attacking angle at the green. So that's my forehand approach. It's a distortion.
Super easy. Dustin going fierce. Yeah, when you drive it that nice, this hole is really simple. And Paul's gotten himself in a tricky spot. He doesn't love throwing the forehand or going to a knee. So grabs the par, and he'll drop another one to you as you've just got that tap in. We've kind of got a first place battle going on and a third place battle going on. Dustin and Fredy kind of battling it out for third place. And you've opened up a 4-stroke lead now going into hole 4. Kev, tell us about it.
Yeah, hole 4 is a par 3 at 313 feet. It's short. You could throw a putter on it if you're feeling comfortable. I like to opt for a fairway just because of my gap hitting right now. I feel more comfortable with that.
You've been throwing this FX2 great, especially on this hole. Seem to have done it again.
I could do for a little bit more anhyzer there, and it would basically make my disc fly further, but I'll take that. That's not a bad result. It's at 28 feet, I'd say. That looks like it's leaking a little bit left from Fredy right here. And he ends up hitting that tree, which takes off some distance. He'll be left at 40 feet.
Dustin likes that fairway driver. Going FD3, and that's perfect.
It's a great shot.
Paul going 10-time KJ Nybo T-Bird.
In the basket.
Get in the basket.
It definitely could have. Great line from Paul right there.
Oh my goodness. Looked to be like 6 inches long. Maybe 6 inches high. That was perfect. Huge skip. Yeah. Left to right wind got Fredy there, it looked like. You've got maybe a little more headwind in your left to right. Make it work right there.
A little bit. It was left-right headwind exactly, so I had to make sure to put it high if I'm going to putt with the nose down. Just dropped it in that right corner.
It's a good bird from Dustin. Paul, a little comebacker to save his par. Excuse me, birdie. After that near ace.
I am asked all the time, why do you play disc golf so much? And the best answer that I can give is always, it's just something about disc golf. You might think that it's like any other sport, but I promise you, this is not the case. There is something about this sport that connects with you, and I think that's where it starts. Disc golf connects with yourself. Even if I totally have a bad disc golf round, I can't stop thinking about coming back out there. Back to that magical moment when I am in the course and I find myself thinking, what I did wrong? I need to improve my form. And then you have the grip locks, the wind. I think, I overthink. Is this the right disc? Should I spin it? Suddenly, I take a deep breath. I stop thinking and I start feeling the wind in my face, the disc in my hand. Then it happens. Disc golf teaches me to quiet my mind, feel, let go, do it. I play for that moment. Mind, senses, and feelings. Align them all in the same direction and you get joy. But disc golf is more than that. is the walking nature, the closing of your computer, the discipline it requires. The people you meet, the hunting of the ace, the pleasure of a birdie. The good old need of aiming and shooting. The admiration that a pro player awakens in us, the desire of being better. The satisfaction of connecting what you envisioned what with your body actually does. The dream of winning, the camaraderie of people recognizing your skill. The chat, the silence. The most zen and spiritual activity most of us do. The fact that literally anyone can play it. The sound of those chains. So yes, there is something about this sport. I don't know what it is, but the whole world should have the opportunity to try it.
Kasvatetaan lajia. Startum idrotterna. Låt oss växa sporten.
Invéntame sporten. Hagamos crecer el deporte.
Let's grow the sport.
Fredy with the par headed into hole 5. Forehand works great, little gap to hit right here. If you've got the forehand, you better be throwing it, right?
I would think so. It really opens up your birdie opportunity almost guaranteed. So if you throw a nice forehand, you skip to the right here, you could even get to where those people were on the right and have a little jump putt or just a short backhand approach shot. The other options, throw a backhand, try to turn it over and get it up a little bit even further.
Yeah, we've seen Paul attempt some shots like that and pull them off. You're going D3, and that was perfect timing, dude. There's no wasted motion there. Everything came into your hand, and you just blew that one out. That was cool to see. Man, we saw Dustin miss this shot right yesterday. Overcorrects, misses it left today with a different disc. And now Paul indeed throwing that Roadrunner, giving it the height.
Yeah, seriously.
I think that was too much. Yeah.
Yeah, it was too much height. But if it doesn't hit anything, he's way up there putting.
Oh, for sure. Wow, Freddie's super smooth. Onto the road. Dustin just trying to put himself back into play, landing about where good drives land.
Right, he's trying to play for par at this point.
Paul playing the wide hyzer skip shot.
Oh, and I loved it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he almost made that right there.
Last hole he was barely high. This hole barely low.
Dustin hits another tree. At this point, it was so cool. The cameras bring so much attention at this park because so many people are doing random things here. And when they see like 3 huge cameras that GK Productions brings, they're like, what is going on? And we had so many people just like watching us all day.
Yeah, it seems serious the way that we film disc golf these days, you know? These are expensive cameras and it's obvious.
It definitely grabbed some attention and people were super interested. Before we know it, there's going to be a ton of Mexican disc golfers on this course.
They actually have plans to break ground on a second course next week, actually. It's going to be a more challenging course to try and continue to build the growth of disc golf in Mexico.
How awesome is that?
Super cool.
Wasn't very close for me there.
It's a popular spot in the park. There's plenty of distractions. You definitely should have made sure they didn't affect you, but
Thank you.
they exist nonetheless.
I'll just blame it on the wind.
Yeah, interestingly, there was no wind on this screen.
That is a lie to the audience.
Here's Paul to make up a stroke on you. Now only 3 back. Trying to make it a game. You feeling the heat?
I know I have to get birdies, so there's definitely some pressure there. And the next hole is not necessarily an easy birdie, so if Paul throws a great shot, it's another great opportunity to get up a stroke.
Yeah, the optimal line is over these green trees in front of us right here. It's a high pushing hyzer, kind of enters the trees and then slides along the side. Not much ground play. It's very sandy in this area, so discs tend to just kind of lawn dart where they land. Definitely one to pick up, though. No gimme.
There, dude. Come on now. I hit that one yesterday.
For me, that was a perfect shot. He said he hit that one yesterday, but it looked great.
And he was in the circle yesterday, too.
Exactly.
Interesting.
He must have caught it entirely today because that one ruined his shot.
Ooh, Fredy up the middle. That one just started peeling off left a little early. You've got to push it straight for 340 feet before you can have any kind of left movement. You like that high route? But this is wide. But it gets you a putt.
It's wide, though. Not a good putt. I mean, it's a death putt from 65 feet, so I'm probably not going to run that.
Dustin's been throwing this low line good. But that's inside as well.
And I got to say, Dustin, after throwing not just this shot, but shots before this, he's been wincing pretty badly. He's definitely experiencing some pain in his hand.
Yeah.
Like some serious pain. I've seen the cut on his finger, and it's just not good. It's not easy to throw with something like that, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, thank you for noting that. It's no fun playing with an injury, especially in disc golf. Your fingers are just so important to the release of the disc. And you got a birdie putt with that inside shot.
Yeah, I like missing inside on this hole. You can still filter to that area. Good stuff by Fredy right there. It's a good putt.
He gave himself way more than you want for a par putt on this hole, but looks like all pars for the fellas. And we continue to have that 3-stroke differential between you and Paul, and just a 1-stroke differential between Dustin and Fredy for 3rd place.
Yep, gonna stay the same going into hole 7 here, a par 3 at 302 feet. This is a hole that it's hard to expect your birdie on because it's so difficult.
Yeah, you can hit your intended line, but unlike other holes, it really doesn't guarantee you the birdie.
Exactly, so all you can do is hit this initial line here and then have it fading off to the left and hope that you make it through these trees.
Toro from Paul. That's perfect, man.
Basically, but
it would have been 5 feet from the basket, you know?
it would have been. It just has to filter through those jail trees right there.
Fredy a little tighter. And that's some of the stickiest grass on the course right there, so no ground play awarded him. That'll be circle's edge for his birdie. You're going fairway driver. Caught a good skip, then a tree, and you're 75 feet.
That one could have been close as well, but it doesn't make it through the gap.
It was I was headed towards the bucket, man.
But hitting this initial line is hard in itself, so that's what you got to do.
It is so penalizing too if you don't.
It is. Your up and down is going to be pretty hard no matter where you end up if you don't hit the initial line. GK
Oh my gosh.
is definitely going to have a hard time not being copyrighted.
There was a lot of Mexican music being played on the course today.
This was so enjoyable for me, though.
Sunday at Tangamanga was a family time, man. There was food being cooked, music
Everywhere.
being played.
Everywhere. It's awesome.
Kids of all ages running around, and all of them watching people play disc golf. And we were playing around them, so most of them probably seen it for the first time.
Nice birdie, Fredy.
Great par from Dustin after not getting down that initial hallway. His forehand upshot game is truly elite. He's got the putters, the approaches. He's got him on lock.
Yeah, if you ask me, his forehand is not being affected by his finger injury right now. It's the backhand upshot.
Well, I can relate to that. Heading into hole 8, par 3, this is the hole that Paul Oman aced yesterday to get himself back to 100%.
Yes, he did. That shot was amazing. You have two options here. You can play a hyzer that kind of like pushes with an understable disc, kind of flips up, or you can play a flat to anhyzer shot over the tree, just like Fredy does.
Oh,
right
so
here.
good.
It is so good.
Just up and over, dropping it back down. And this is the disc. This is the hole right here. Paul Oman. Can he do it again? Just a little heavy on the anhyzer. He's got a putt, though. You've been opting for the right gap. Basically a pure hyzer through these field goal trees right here.
And today I don't hit it. That's going to be inside, and that's going to be a par, basically.
Dustin throwing the same line as Fredy and Paul. I assume that was a tug. Ends up with a pretty good putt, though.
It is going to be a low ceiling. Upshot from myself is short, but played nice and slowly to the pole. Should be pretty easy from there.
And Paul hasn't missed any of those in this tournament, really. He's been putting so well. If he's going to catch you, he's going to need to make them all from that range.
That was a one opportunity right there.
So Fredy going to be the only person grabbing the birdie. You've got a little work here for your par. Making neat work of that. Watch these guys tap in. And then we'll head to the last hole on the front nine. You continue to have this 3-stroke lead. You feel like you've found your stride? Are you comfortable at this point?
I feel pretty comfortable, but I'm definitely watching Paul and trying to just stay one up on him. Because he's throwing it so good right now. He could easily take off on me.
We've got some eagleable holes coming up as well. This is one of them. Hole 9 plays great for a roller. It's only 514 feet. If you can get the angles correct, you might card yourself a 2 and pick up a couple strokes.
Yeah, you want to play this one with extra cut because it goes off to the left. So if you don't, you're going to end up pretty far right.
You know that the roller, backhand roller, is going to tail off right eventually. So, like you said, you've got to get it left of the bucket to be anywhere near it.
Fredy opts for air shot here. I don't recommend it.
Surprising.
If you're not comfortable with the roller, that's obviously what you're going to go for. But I'd recommend to anybody to learn a roller because it just raises your percentages with something like this.
Low ceiling wooded shot with perfect grass to roll on.
Pretty good angle from Paul, but not enough cut. He had a lot of cut, but I guess it wasn't overstable of a disc.
He ends up in this great little hallway, though, about 150 feet from the basket.
Yes.
Should be a simple up and down.
Number one priority is guarantee your 3.
You're going back to that D4 that Roger Shepard graced you with, and this is the cut. Wow. Crazy little bounce right there. Oh, yes. Even that little kick at the end.
That kick at the end was great. It helped me, for sure.
10 feet or something, which at this point actually matters if you think about a 45, 50 footer instead of a 60, 65 footer. Dustin, a little heavy on the cut. And that's an awkward angle to approach the green from. Lots of low ceiling gaps, but not out of his game. He can do anything out here. He's been showing all week. Fredy got a little lucky there. Ends up around the edge of circle 1 for his birdie.
Oh, just inside from Paul. Needed to get around those trees to secure his birdie.
Now U for eagle. Wow. First eagle that I know of being recorded here on hole 9. I know a lot of people have had chances at it, but you send that one home. And after that, I don't want to say spit out, but unfortunate chain out, you had a couple holes back on a very similar length putt. Feels good to get that one, huh?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's hard to just like give it another go, but I was pretty confident with that one, and that was a perfect putt for me.
You like 350G PA3s, is that right?
Yeah, I like hard plastic that has no tackiness.
Which is especially good on days like this where you've got hot 80+ degree weather.
Yes, it is. Now, this is a great putt from Paul right here that secures his birdie. Big time putt, keeps him in it.
Yeah, Paul cards the birdie, still loses a stroke to you on that hole right there. 3 clean cards that we see. Dustin Keegan, a little errant. First hole, 5th hole. But plenty of holes to play, man. There's the leaderboard. and my name is at the bottom. I'm all right, everybody. I've got a little hand thing that I'm trying to figure out and make sure I'm good for the season. But definitely come back and join us for the back 9. See how this thing finishes up. It's far from over. Paul Oman trying to chase down Mr. Kevin Jones. This has been the front 9 of the final round of the MX Disc Golf Championship, brought to you guys by Dynamic Discs. For Kevin Jones, I'm Luke Humphries. We'll see you on that back 9.